You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibez.
The cosmic Christ. It's for the world. They take a little break and you Moon Man. They think you out of the They think you're not gonna come back or something. When I'm back. Yeah. Hey yo, let's go. Hey, yo. I really hope y'all get what I mean. Cause the bigger picture of life took over my screen. I don't gotta worry about the details in between. Cause my power's turned on, so I'm skipping them scenes. I'm jumping through timelines and portals, let them make their assumptions. You dealing with an immortal, so there's things that comes with infinite patience. I'll never trip on my abundance. I change the station when the actors think outside the budget. You gotta know your role. You can't fall for anything. You gotta know your soul. And you can have everything. It ain't gonna make you whole in the presence of anyone. Remember what was told and align with it. They put me on the record. I'm embody it. And for the record, I don't talk to God. I just embody it. They tried to infiltrate what I'm aligning with. I wonder what other shit they gonna try me with. They waiting for the timeline to shift, but it's mental and it's based on your intent. The power I admit lets them know that I was sent from the Most High to document the shit because the boys lie. Word, the nerve of them nerves straight from the birds, trying to convince the people they ain't hear what they just heard. I master of words ready to serve for my serene shit. Things I brought to life, you couldn't dream of it.
Absolutely wonderful!
Again, double take. I know you see me everywhere, no doppelgangers. Really just been out and on my grind. No stunt doubles, lookalikes, it's all a genuine article, particle, a little piece of space. Accelerate the atoms till Higgs shows face. Ha 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 ha. I find it kind of funny. The people wanna test, but they never wanna study. What the fuck, man? How'd we get to this point? And what's the point when nobody having fun with a joint? I don't get it, but I don't let it get me down when I don't get it. I take the time to figure it out, and if I said it, then you know without a doubt because I edit before I let it leave my mouth, and that's the truth, yo. Stay up on my Robinson Crusoe, confuse those who don't see moves on the usual. It's nothing new to me, might be new to you, but I rock scars and jewelry. It's nothing new to me, I fell off and fell hard, and success come chasing me. It's nothing new to me, might be new to you, but I rock scars and jewelry. It's nothing new to me. I fell off and fell hard, and success come chasing me. I rock my fuck-ups like accomplishments. Leave the corpse out, stink up the apartment. Ain't a marksman, but always on target. I harness everything that I got to break the harness. Yeah, regardless of the outcome, gotta be productive, not the cats that get me outdone. Cloud makers in the house, bitches. Smoking up the last ounce, bitches. They said it's funny how we acting up, we out of bounds. Out of town, but still haven't had enough. We called the bluff and bluff the fuck right back. Tough talk fell flat when they came up empty-handed, huh? I heard the tale before. I worked to fail some more. The case ain't open and closed, but if you think you really like me, we can fail in love. It's nothing new to me, might be new to you, but I rock scars and jewelry. It's nothing new to me. I fell off and fell hard, and success come chasing me. It's nothing new to me. My I rock stars jewelry. It's nothing new to me. I fell off and fell hard, and success come chasing me. Chasing me. Chasing me. What up? Big ups to Rock'em. Cloud makers, baby. This is Visa Tree.
This is the Wake and Bake Vibes with Killer Strider.
Trap on bell like tennis, pants through, saggy, green light, ready, got my shit, let's get it, got my shit, let's get it, got my shit, let's get it, I'm back in that lab like a cammy, I got my shit on the skates, caught in the spell like a demon, gotta get my shit straight, last day night was raining, bodily shit on the telly, so I went crazy Jim Carrey, tell him my life be a movie, but I still shoot like Curry. Going for 3 gon' hurt. Beat through twists and turns. As I just went live.
1,000 combos!
I repeat them niggas. Started off vision nerves. Now I'm working on words. Finish. Trap on fell like tennis. Green light. Ready. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it.
Trap life is the lifestyle. Like a year bounce, like a little roost. Palm hard like a low end in the night. Now's my time, now it's a show time. Time slots is my time in the limelight. Rhyme like flow like first week. What a trinity, differentiating, hold it back. Attitude, never hold back. Cultivating positive mindset. Stars in spotlights, shines bright. Black in the present of prospects. Fine like up, just a push. Instead of insanity, I prefer the sanity. Connections of the dots backwards.
If I finish, just finish. If I finish, just finish. Trap on bell like tennis. Pants through, saggy, green light, ready. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it. If I finish, just finish. If I finish, just finish. Trap on bell like tennis. Pants through, saggy, green light, ready. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it. Got my shit, let's get it.
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes.
We on a new level, but times it by 10. Mental mind strong, got my hands in. I got some new friends, seeing out some new lens. My bags got chins, they getting real chubby. You get no lovey, I told you back then. Sitting on the island and we can't hear them. Party going down, private suite Hilton. I've been the same now, just some new millions. We on a new level, see you at the top. We're buying up the dips, buying up the drops. Everything mellow, get them bags on lock. See you at the tip.
I'm in a whole new level, life suffered back then. The struggle made me strong, so I never give in. Crew taking few flights, shining like in plain sight. Seeing green candles like it's love at first sight. My surfs just doubled, your soul stayed troubled. I still huddle strong and I haven't fumbled. I'm sure you watched me rise, but I stayed humble. And there's really nothing you can do to make me crumble.
We're on a new level, see you at the top. We're buying up the dips, buying up the drops. Everything mellow, get them bags on lock. See you at the tip. Got the wealth and the minds like we're slowing down time. But the system kinda evil when they poisoning minds. But some of us awake and we altering light. Got the health on point, man, we one of a kind. Meditating in the mountains, getting some fresh shine. Drinking from the fresh springs cause they poisoning pipes. Let the monsters in your mind cause you ain't living right. Caution what you see, hear what you putting inside. We're on a new level, see you at the top. We're buying up the dips, buying up the drops. Everything mellow, get them bags on lock. See you at the tip. Tap, tap, tap.
From the bottom to the top, trying to make a change. Free your souls and your minds to break down the chains. Don't let the pure toxins dope flow through your veins. I'm planting seeds, so put that in your brains. I'm vibing on another level. 4D realm just transcended to a new level. Connect with me on a cosmic level. Ascend with us, Lady E with the Moon Commander. Don't be a bystander.
We on a new level, see you at the top. We're buying up the dips, buying up the drops. Everything mellow, get them bags on lock. See you at the tip. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes every Thursday. Come join us and catch some vibes. Spark one.
On my way, Joe, what I can do, everything so, what I must do, eating deadlines, I'm losing sleep, no time to be me, I'm in too deep. Now this not strength so can be just down and make so get back up and move, yeah, move, get back in the groove. Come on, yeah, move. Crazy dog. Yeah, I don't take it back, no. Business, you know. Get back up and move, yeah, move, yeah, move. Get back up and move. Business is a question. Well, business is always a question. Bringing up me, feel so, I feel so, bringing up.
Much me wanting special advice. Yes, I'm.
This is
Let's go!
try to take my we're in a new I just love jailing. I'm trying to see you down on the floor, trying to get on some groove. Don't get mad at me when I really want you. Yeah, I see you, see you, see you, see you, I see you, see you, I see you, see you.
Let's go!
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibez.
Baby, you stay with me and it's some more. Yeah, I love my brother, just go. Baby, just give me some more. Yeah. Baby, I'm turning to you. Baby, I made your perfume. I'm not even playing with you. I just wanna be with you now. I should have seen the plan. Baby, it's you on the planet. Baby, I know I'm planning. I'm trying to see you. I'm trying to see you. Don't get mad at me when I really want you. See you down on the floor, trying to get on some groove. Don't get mad at me when I really want you. Yeah, I see you, see you, see you, see you, I see you, see you, see you, see you. I say you, see, I really want you. See you down on the floor, trying to get on some. I just love jailing.
Hey yo, that's my jam. Turn it up.
Oh, it ain't no Skittlepox, but it contagious. Help a young rapper rock stages. Hit a few moves, Skittles raining. Pop a few skits, now I'm raging. Lava on my head, I'm flaming. Get it while you can, new flavoring. Get it while you can. What? Tell me, man, you better get it while you can. Nah, I'm good, bruh. Hey. If you don't wanna get it, man, I can't tell. They got it while they can, I'm talking about the man. Lava Woods rockin' found Skittles in his hand. Pop a few skits, now he got a master plan. Went to blockchain, now he building on his brand. The limitless pill, what you need to understand. Another name, Bill, and you feel like Superman. Shit a little bison and popped them in your mouth. Now I'm sorry to say, but they all sold out. Hey man, don't get mad at me, man. I told you they were gonna get sold out. You had a chance. Come on, you know it's too late now. Come on, man, just give me one store, but there's a horde at the door. The second that it's open, we'll be flooded like the shore. Never mind that, so why you want sure? Pop a few skits, see what they come for. His mind got lit and his brain started to soar. He opened that gate and they knocking on the store. All their minds is on one selection, so they ran to the aisle of the candy section. Oh man, they just running over each other in the aisle of the candy section, man. We need some help. We need to clean up on aisle 6, bro. Help me. Skittles in my hands, Skittles in my pocket. Skittle fuel up, blast off with my rocket. Skittles in my hands, Skittles in my pocket. Skittle fuel up, blast off with my rocket. Creating rainbows when they mix and when they talking. Colorful tune that they hear when they walk in. It's a Skittle anthem and it sounds so sweet. Pop another skit and we rock it to the beat. Woo! We rockin' to the beat. Yeah, these skits got me going crazy. Oh man, we out here.
Let's go! Let's go!
from creation. An African flower has got my attention. The black heart man has never ever had a black rose. Imprisoned my heart, rude and tender, yo. I've been traveling so long and I never ever seen a black rose. But I got a black rose growing in my garden. Black rose growing in my garden. Open my eyes and now I see your beauty. Now I see. I'm black diamond, buried and forgotten. Long time now, breast sticked up in a sour black rose. Like a beginning the night, shining like the stars. The black love shine brighter than Mars. And when she loved me, I never knew I loved the black rose. But the black rose been growing in my garden. Black rose growing in my garden. Open my eyes and now I see your beauty.
Hey yo, that's my jam. Turn it up.
Yeah, check. Going down like seafood. Did I go stupid? Bitch, I'm on one skip 3-2, cause I ain't gonna use them. All my dogs tight like ski shoes. I ain't gonna lose them. Better not like defuse, or I'll get it all booming. Look at his wrist on game. Just listen to my music. I don't need shit y'all bring. Yeah, that's my conclusion. I'ma cop 10 gold chains. Let my dogs binge cocaine. You think I'm rich? No, I don't need no change. No, I don't need your name. Just look at my bitch. She fine, yeah, I know. White. Sick up your sneezing. Pockets on large, I be eating. Stay on my G. 100 dogs all in the streets. And none of them banging with me. They know I'm a Z. I put them all under the green. They know that I'm playing for keys. My niggas ain't deep. I'm gone. Going down like seafood. Did I go stupid? Bitch, I'm on one skip 3-2. Cause I ain't gonna use them. All my dogs tight like ski shoes. I ain't gonna lose them. Better not like defuse, or I'll get it all booming. Going down like seafood. Did I go stupid? Bitch, I'm on one skip 3-2, cause I ain't gonna use them. All my dogs tight like ski shoes. I ain't gonna lose them. Better not like defuse, or I'll get it all booming.
Slice up the beat like sushi. I always switch like 2-3. Head to the back is Gucci. My closet, it look like a boutique. She asking me, do me. But honestly, I just want suck on your titties. Come back with the gang, and I'm lighting shit up when I'm back in my city. Make tracks like I'm Diddy, but back in the day when he did it for Biggie. I'm back and I'm litty. They throwing a fit cause I'm trolling like 50. Midwest mobster, real big stomper, midnight monster.
Fit combo.
I live by mantra. They tell me I'm sick, I don't go to the doctor. This ain't no lobster. Put you in that and overhead bop ya. Heating up like a sauna. Sorry, this fog is pure marijuana. The potency stronger. I'm floating until it's an angel right under. Now you won't wander. I am the cause of the lightning and thunder. Going down like seafood. Did I go stupid? Bitch, I'm on one skip 3-2, cause I ain't gonna use them. All my dogs tight like ski shoes. I ain't gonna lose them. Better not like defuse, or I'll get it all booming. Going down like seafood. Did I go stupid?
Bitch, I'm on one, skip 3 too, cause I ain't gonna use them. All my dogs tight like ski shoes, I ain't gonna lose them. Better not like defuse. Or I'll get it all booming, yo.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another weekly dose of the Wake and Bake Vibes. I'm your host, Killer Strata, aka Kamikaze Monster, and as usual, all the music that's being played is directly from the Sonar Muse platform, where all the artists get paid out in real time on the XRPL. You know, today it is a special episode. It's the first episode of the year where we have special artists in the studio who embodies the evolution of the entire space. So without further ado, I am going to be playing some music from them just as an introduction. We're gonna get into the vibes. So let's get it.
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes every Thursday. Come join us and catch some
Party
fun.
like a rock star and I'm psychedelics.
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes every Thursday. Come join us and catch some fun.
Reading this message, I shouldn't have seen it. Tripping on these feelings, they electric. Heartbeat racing, everything been hectic. Ain't a death race to be accepted. You won't see it threes, I don't see no sevens. Feelings afford to come in second. If I die, at least I'm gonna die a legend. What if I can buy my way to heaven? What if they ain't even let me get it? Some reason I got a feeling they got a checklist. How many you check? Are you ever gonna learn your lesson? Do you really need to carry weapons? In my city, they be stepping. Small town, so we carry that tension. This is where dreams clash in reality. Can you put it in perspective? I can see their true intention. Ready or not, better start your engine. It's not my end. They hit at the end of the ending. I'm going down swinging. Told you like I told my bitch. Doubled on day to let me hit it. Told me cup, hit a picture so vivid. Fear in my heart, I ain't never been timid. I'm running wild, pushing the limit. You had no idea what 100% is. I bet late, that's the tip that I gave the intended. I must have partied like a rock star and I'm psychedelics. I must have partied like a rock star and I'm psychedelics. I must have partied like a rock star and I'm partied like a rock star and I must have partied like a rock star and I'm psychedelics. Tripping on these feelings, they electric. Heartbeat racing, everything been hectic. Ain't a death race to be accepted. You won't see it threes, I don't see no sevens. Feelings afford to come in second. Never get in it, I don't even sweat them. Cause I'm gifted. I'm comfortable with different baby. You can tell by the stitches. One time I flip this. I can learn the next when it came. They talk about pay for the business. Ain't time talking ambition. Gotta be another way to end this. Do it like we did our friendship.
Yes. That was one of the songs from my artist, our guest for the show today. I welcome a regular on the show. He is not new to the Wake and Bake Vibes. So, without further ado, You might know him from his earlier days, as Quacklemore, dropping tracks on the album No Spring Chicken with, Duck Set. But today he's reintroducing himself to the world with a new name, new sound and a massive debut album. So please welcome, the multi-genre phenomenon from Orlando, Florida, Check Banchero. What's good? What's good?
Mic check. Loud and clear. Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice
yeah, yeah.
to be on here again. What's it been? About a year and a half?
Yeah, it's been that long actually. It has been that long. 2025 actually went quite quick. So yeah, it doesn't seem like it's been a year, but yeah, it's been that long. It's been that.
Not for real. It's crazy to see how just the whole tech space has shifted. The way that the independent musicians are using Web3 right now is different. The pendulum has swung two or three times from whether the how much we should be utilizing Web 2 and utilizing what should we should be using Web 3 for. You know what I mean? So it's just really interesting to see like the original group of artists that were running like the Web 3 music scene when I came in. They're like the older heads now, and some of us young guys have kind of taken that torch on like the day to day as far as like the spaces on X and just being in the forefront of doing new stuff. And you know Sonar is always relevant, so always coming up when I'm collabing with these other artists and where can we put our music. So it's just good to always I could come tap back in and anyway I'll let you go ahead, man.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, appreciate it. And yeah, let's just get right into it. So if they once know the history, you started as Quacklemore. Um, Now you're Chick Banchero. What sparked that transition? Because I didn't even ask that the last few times we spoke. So what sparked that transition, and uh, was it just a name change, or was it a shift in your identity as a man and an artist?
First, when I hooked up with Duckset and was doing the Web 3 music, the plan was to just have almost an alter ego, almost anonymous, a separation between real life and the crypto music. So Quacklemore was formed, as the lead rapper of the Dipliquacks. And the whole time in the background, it's like I was always checked. It's always been check something, just depending on what kind of music I'm making at the time. So Check Banchero was kind of a way of me saying, that I'm out here balling like the rookie of the year. You know what I mean? It was really a play on the Orlando Magic Paulo Banchero, #1 pick that won Rookie of the Year the year I dropped out here. So, but what a lot of people didn't realize is like, my name is really just Check, but Check is taken, so you got to put something after it in your username. You know what I mean? So right now, while we're doing the rock music, it's Check 31. When we're doing the rap thing, it's Check Banchero. But the person behind it, the creator behind it, is always Check. And then you get your Diploquack spinoff, and who knows if there will ever be anything else. But right now it's Diploquacks and it's Check. As far as the wanting to reintroduce myself is more like it was always really hard to explain to people like who Quacklemore was when they knew me as Check. So like this kind of just break down the barrier.
Ah, yeah, makes sense. Really makes sense. So you came up in the in that specific Orlando, Florida scene, always being a multi-genre, moving from hip hop to alternative, how did the Florida energy shape the versatility we hear in your music today?
Yeah, it's like a really interesting blend. When you grow up in Florida, or just in the South in general, you get a really interesting mix of Southern hip hop, uh, a lot of trap music, and then also, you got your boy bands that are out there at the beach. You know what I mean? And we haven't even touched on the country music. So I think it is probably one of the biggest things that formed me as an artist, where I grew up at and who I was around and what they were listening to, because the genres I listen to all come out in my music. I ended up wanting to be like some of those guys. So through that, being a kid doing karaoke and cover songs and just singing along I kind of think I might be able to do that. You write a rap like this or a song like that, and then eventually they just become your own, man. And you're like, oh, I can do this. Like, let me put my story in here, start writing songs that give me the goosebumps instead of getting them from, somebody else. So that's where a lot of the emotion and stuff came from. Like even in the raps is like the country I listened to growing up, or um, just certain specific bands and stuff. Everyone's got those artists that form them, whether you're just a fan or you create.
Yeah, and it definitely shows. So before before the solo run, you had like a massive era of collaboration, and that was last year. With Jackpot JD with Load of Dice in 2024, and then you had No Limits with Ade, and the question is here, like, what did you learn about yourself, locking in with other artists that we brought into, this solo work? Because I see you collaborated with quite a lot of artists, uh, especially on the Loaded Dice project. It was like fully loaded with features. So what was the idea behind that as well? And what did you learn about yourself with those other artists?
Yeah, no, that's a great question, man. It was kind of there was two things going on. It was me thinking these are my people, these are the artists that I'm close to, that I already have a relationship with. Let's put projects together instead of making singles, because just the idea of releasing a single, if there isn't an album or a CD behind it, is kind of, it's like, what are we doing? Unless if you just got one of those party anthems for the summer. But I would look at some of our songs. When artists get in the booth together and make one song, they usually make two or three or four, or multiple beats get swapped, and whether you just pick the best one. But what do you do with the other ones? So I would look up and I'd say, man, like, we already got like seven songs, dude. We might as well do four or five more and like package this thing together and make it, do some promo around it. And that's how things like No Limits with a Day came about, because that one was less like me and him in a room hammering it out, as it was like over the course of 2 months we did like 20 songs together, almost on accident at first. Like when we got to the first four or five, we had that conversation, and then we started, planning out certain ones on the CD. But so we got that going on, and then on the other side, I kind of just wanted to see like how my process matched up with everybody. You know what I mean? So like, can I write a song as fast as these guys? Like, can I like have can I like stand out on a song with this guy and this guy and this guy, songs with four or five features, like, can I like, where do I stack up? And it's not even really about the competition, but it's almost like the validation within yourself. Like, am I as much of a musician as these guys? Because like, sometimes your biggest doubter will be yourself when it comes to, should I keep doing this? What I'm doing here, type thing. So, um, to work with so many dudes, Ball Out, A Day, Jackpot, Mr. Darius, Thanos, Duckset, Benny V. There's so many, Rizzo the Boss, and then the producers too behind it, because just as many collaborations with the Web3 artists, it was all Web3 producers. So, even like the free agent tape that's on Sonar right now for free or name your own price, that's all produced by Apocalypse. The Matter of Time is produced all by Kid Venom. So I wanted to see what the difference in my music would be. Like when I make music with Ball Out, why does it sound different? You know what I mean? Certain energy comes out with certain people, and I started targeting these producers and these artists, and I'm like, I want to make a song like that, and then the rest is history. And then and now we're all the way at the part where we're doing it with the rock music, then. So it's cool, man. Just crossing over in and out of genres and flows and ideas.
It's awesome to see that dynamic, like the relationships you have with these artists and how the chemistry is when you work with them. Because yeah, the sound is different. Especially with loaded dice, you hear like between you and Jackpot, and you hear the difference when it's the release with Ade, No Limits. You can hear how that dynamic is. Um, let's talk about the main event though, your debut album, Check, please. You know, so it's we say it's a pop punk record, so it blends emo rap and melodic hip hop, but the energy is different from your past work. Why pop punk? I know you release reality check, which is kind of like a similar vibe, if I can say that. But why was this the right vessel for the stories you needed to tell right now?
Yeah, so you're pretty spot on with reality check was kind of the intro into cross genre stuff as far as my Web3 releases go for sure. The only main difference I'll say is that one is a little more rap rock, and this one instead of like rap rock is more like pop punk. You know what I mean? So um, when I sat down and decided to turn it into a CD, I was going through a lot in real life, divorce and mental health stuff. So it all just kind of came out. The need to make a sad song one day, was up there. So I just sat down, and it's a song that isn't even on the album, but it was like more of an acoustic thing. And I was AI prompting beats because nobody knew how to make rock beats. So, I like taught myself how to prompt beats with producer AI and teamed up with them. And one night I just found a good little sequence, and six or seven of them popped out, and those ended up being the six or seven core songs out of the 16 on Check Please. So it kind of spans a couple of different emotional phases of that process, because there's a lot of like like screw you music, and there's a lot of like you hurt me in there too. You know what I mean? So it's um it's your classic Taking Back Sunday, Hawthorne Heights, Blink 182 type of feel, some 41, those kind of, those early 2000s, um, frat boy bands, dude. So it's really cool, man. It's high energy. The challenge that I put on myself to make it into a whole album was what really made it fun, rather than just doing songs here or there, to try to really scheme it out. So like in my deluxe version, it's not just the 16 songs. It's the intro, the outro. There's interludes in between songs that flow them together. There's like the seamless transition from one to the other. People like Cavelli White and Khaleesi and some of these other people doing voice work, skits, and hey, I need you to, I need you to, do some sound effects for me, like call my phone, like whatever. It's got all the cinematics in it too. So when I'm listening to it, I'm like, all right, so I'm checking boxes I used to never check as far as like what I would put into a project. Then I start doing the music videos, and then I started, promoting the TikTok, and it's just kind of became larger than life at this point. Like a lot of people are ready for it. The TikToks are going crazy, and it's just like put a little bit less focus into the Web3 success of the album as far as sales. Like I'm just dropping like a single on a couple of different blockchains, like to lead into the album. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can bring them all over to Sonar Muse to cop that deluxe edition, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, we discussed or described that this project um, is basically emotionally raw and dealing with heartbreak and, rebuilding. So that feels like a sharp contrast from, you know, the titles like No Spring Chicken or Flightless, Was it scary to put like your diary pages over, these kind of productions that you use for this album? So how do you balance being vulnerable and making like anthems?
Yeah, so there is a real give and take with it. There's if you make the song too personal, like people will be like, dang, that was really deep, but it doesn't hit them because like their car wasn't red and like they weren't wearing sandals. You know what I mean? So everyone's perspective is different, but you don't want to be too generic because then it's you're not saying nothing. So that's really when it comes to going from genre to genre and style to style, like that's half of the reason because I want to make this kind of emotional music, but I also want to make loaded dice music, and this is just, and it all, music just reflects what's going on in your life or in your head, depending on how good you are at compartmentalizing everything, So, you see rappers go through different eras, it's a whole different Lil Wayne from when he came out, dropping Fireman and rapping with the Hot Boys as it is now, and then he had a whole skateboarder rock era himself right in the middle, So you see artists now, like MGK and some of these guys that have handled it very well. So when it comes to be it you become known as one thing, and then it's like, yeah, but I don't just define myself as that. Like I'm more than that. So even though the first couple CDs were more, hype, more fun, lighthearted, they got a little darker as they went on, and then you end up with Reality Check, where it's like everything kind of just came crashing down, and then the rebrand of the just the whole idea of me dropping projects became Reality Check, check please, check yes or no, you know what I mean? Checkered past, like all these little side mixtapes that I've done. Touching from that rap rock like Juice World kind of energy, all the way into where we are now, where to me, when I'm writing it, it still raps, but it's obviously a whole different genre. But yeah, being vulnerable can lead to some uncomfortable moments, man. Sometimes it gets thrown in your face. Sometimes you get judged pretty harshly, but um, don't think that you any more targeted than any other artist because I'm sure, everyone else dealt with a lot too.
Definitely, and being vulnerable is, like you said, it does have its downside. sides where people do use innovation. But that's the thing about music. It's about you expressing yourself. So you gotta speak your truth in so many different ways. And like you said, there is a time for artists to transition to change their sound so that they can explore themselves even more, go deeper into themselves, into being one person. So yeah, props to you for definitely getting into that bag. And we're definitely coming back from a music break. We're gonna be playing a song from Check's new album, Reality Check. So we're gonna play a song called "Away from You." Could you please give us information on this song and what it means to you? What this song is about.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, when I recorded Away From You, I was probably 7, 8 songs in to the album. When I recorded the album, I recorded 40 and I narrowed it down to 16. So that's a whole nother wrinkle of it that I didn't touch on is I tried to attack it like somebody in the industry would, where you don't just take the first 10 songs and throw them on there. You make 2 or 3 times as many as you plan on using and you narrow it down to the best. But anyway, so I get to Away From You, and I've been in therapy and other things, just trying to get a better grasp of just life and purpose. And I'm in there and I'm talking to my therapist, and she says, "You just got to get away from this chick." And I go home and recorded that one, man. So it's pretty much a song about, even though, you could, that person could be all you ever want, sometimes you just got to get away and identify like some of the red flags or the warning signs that not only you might not be wanted, but you might not want to be you might want to be somewhere you're not supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's pretty much the gist of it, man. It's a sarcastic, uh, almost acoustic into garage band kind of feel, dude. I think you'll really like it.
I think that quite a few people can relate to that. Step away from something that is not good for you, but you still want it. You still want to be there, because you think to be with them. Yeah, ignoring the red flags. So for all those people, I hope you guys enjoy this song. This is Away From You by Check Banchero or Check 31 from his new album Check Me. So this is a Wake and Bake Vibe exclusive. We'll be back after this music break. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it.
This is a Wake and Bake Vibe exclusive. That's that.
But you need a double dog dare? Remember how much you used to care? Whatever. You wanted passive, but I'm a son of a god. You're into fashion. I'd rather go do a drug. You're into matching. I'm into fucking it up. How this happened, you decided that I wasn't the one. Can't wait to see what you gon' settle for. Walk all over me, then walk out with a pedicure. I've got to get away from you. I've got to get away from you. I've got to get away from you.
Let's go! Let's go!
I wanted something that you could provide. I wanted nothing that you the rest of my life. It ain't got money. Fingers faster than mine. I must be nothing. through your eyes. Can't wait to see what you can say before. Just paper your tattoo and a new manicure. I've got to get away from you. To get away from you. To get I got to get away from you. I've got to get away from you. I've got to get away from you. Away
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes.
Second stage.
I remember sitting back praying for those better days. Had to get up off my ass and make my own way. Paving man and not the huddle. Hell yeah, I'm changing plays. U.S. government calling me a crypto renegade. Money don't stop when you're moving on the blockchain. If you can't keep up, you better invest in some octane. Recycling is global. Who really gonna stop me? The SEC in court getting their ass beat like Rocky. Better wake up and start sleeping on his new wealth. Use 1,000 XP to about his brand new Gucci belt. Hellcat speeding, nickname Demon. They call me Poppy. All this golden crypto got me feeling like Rapasaki. Trump told me get him. All I said was copy. I heard a loud boom, but I didn't see the body. Blockchain wealth, man, y'all ass is better way. Wake up, new world order in town, things are shaking up. Don't sell your crypto bags cause they're getting ate up. Riding crypto rocket ships with bye to the haters.
I'll never be broken, I live by that code. After the shakeout, you know we gon' blow. Sleeping, no more digits. 1% wealth getting bigger, bigger. You go against the agendas and you get censored. And if you sheeping and sleeping and I don't deal with your global they coming. Most people don't even know it. Let's get it. They trying to act civil, but they bags a little. Trying to send that crypto. So don't forget the memo. Moving money quicker. XRP to ticker. California City Slicker. Gotta paint the picture. Look, we know what's up. The system is so cool because the dollar's dead. Ask the Fed, don't get misled. They trying to get the big guns. Your markets fall out the crypto. I live by that code. After the shakeout, you know we gon' blow. Open your eyes, hope you enjoy the show. I realize no more digits. 1% or we'll get it bigger. The bigger picture, bitch. And I don't deal with your global. They come in, most people don't even know it.
This is the Wake and Bake Vibes with Killer Strider.
I walk to the club with my best friend's bitch,
and I'ma leave with a 2, nigga. She probably thought I fucked her with my best friend's dick. Now she a student in my school, nigga. Cool, nigga, keep it spinning like the fan on high. Check the Scantron, filling holes, tampon fly. Know the grind if it's beef, then my man gon' ride. Did her time in the spine, have a grand old time. She listening, visions of trying to picture in scriptures of Christians vividly. Biblically, I'm delivering ecstasy and some Ritalin. Pass weed to a pelican. Demons are looking devilish. Extortion and embezzlement. And I don't mind its design. Keep up. Can you keep up? I might fuck your bitch on a nice day. She might throw you shade cause I like gray. If she cooked and it's late, then I might stay. In the morning, get the rolling like a Mike Gray. Driving with his hands up in the Mozzie. Shorty riding shotty, giving Taki in the Mozzie. She probably somebody, little baby mama, it's a body. I'm sorry, it's shorty, she got some Cardi in her heartbeat. I'm fishing, cell to cell prison. I hit her with the Coco show. Listen, I'm like the shovel, so baby, I'm trying to dig it. I'll make it purr like the kitten. I promise won't leave a witness. But if the 4-5 or deuce on me, you can ask email. The shoes is shoot and we getting low, man. Keep up. Can you keep up? I don't understand why the fuck I'm the man. Never lie, never ran. Got a gun in my hand and my shit never jammed. Till your bitch pop his in. And it's part of the plan. Yeah, I'm drugging her, fucking and never loving her, bringing around my city. She got a did you take your GED and can you take dick? Did you try those hot box wings and did you pay, bitch? Oh, there's no more mac and cheese, you ain't gonna say shit? You better find a new cash supporter. In the hood, still relevant like Pastor Porter. No trace, young Mace, just to ask your daughter. Who the flyest nigga east of the Nebraska border? Keep up. Can you keep up?
Hey yo, that's my jam. Turn it up.
Yeah, ready? Let's get it. Yeah. I just woke up on the flight. Got no idea where I been. Feel like I'm taking it life. Feel like I'm doing it big. Tracing on a Tuesday. Shit is getting too lit. Might have to go off the grid just to make another hit. She wanna fuck with a real one, so she went and found a kid. Then she would make it legit. Got it tatted on the wrist. She know what it is. It's late tonight. Booked the flight. Slept with me. Paid the price. Chose the road. Broke the mold. They all on me like I'm good to go. Write my name. Make it fun. Eat it up like the sun. Got the crown. Raise a ton. And I didn't know he's the one that's lit tonight. Booked the flight. Slept with me. Paid the price. Chose the road. Broke the mold. They all on me like I'm good to go. Write my name. Make it fun. Eat it up like the sun. Got the crown. Raise a ton. And I didn't know he's the one. Look at this shit. It's ridiculous. All of these posters, I'm sick of it. Talk about money, I'm getting it, but I'm still teaching my people the benefits. I'm getting they shit together.
Second stage.
Don't like my approach, whatever. Let me see you do it. Go start your movement. I wanna see
Let's
you do
go!
Back to the top of the hand. I feel my lady friend out to Japan. We doing whatever we want, and you on the budget. You do what you can. I need you to stay in your lane. I need you to get the heat out of your veins. You can't believe it, it's cracking your brain. How did he do it? He putting that pain in it. Late the night, book the flight, slept with me, paid the price. Broke the mold. They all on me like I'm good to go. Drop a name, make it fun, eat it up like the sun. Got the crown, raise a ton, so now they know. The one is late the night, book the flight, good to go. Drop a name, make a fun crown, raise a ton, so now they know he's the one. I am the king, I'm the king, I am 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 the king. 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 Now that we got that established, I'm rocking the Got these fabrics. My mind is a garden of brilliance and shit ain't just having a trip of resilience. I need you to feel this shit. Also need you to heal it. Looking at me full of malice. I usually stay in my palace, but I heard that it's lit tonight. Look the flight, slept with me, paid the price, make it fun, eat it up. Lit tonight, look the flight, slept with me, paid the price, eat it up. I don't know.
Can't nobody do it like we can, Trying not to call you back, but the time moves so slow. Staring at the pictures on my phone. Wonder when you come back, cause I wanna be alone. Cause I know that can't nobody love you like I can. Make you wanna get away and drive for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, Can't nobody love you like I can. Make you wanna get away and drive for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, I can't go a day without your love. Everything I need is in your touch. Feel like nothing's ever been so clear. I just wanna say I had enough. Didn't know that this would be so tough. I'm just really wishing you were here. We let go of the past and our burdens, and everything feels like home. Wasn't easy to start it all over, and now I just can't go. Can't nobody love you like I can. Make you wanna get away and drive for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, I can't go a day without your love. Everything I need is in your touch. Feel like nothing's ever been so clear. I just wanna say I had enough. Didn't know that this would be so tough. I'm just really wishing you were here. Can't nobody love you like I can. Make you wanna get away and drive for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, Can't nobody love you like I can. Make you wanna get away and drive for the weekend. Can't nobody do it like we can, We can.
You are now listening to the Wake and Bake Vibes every Thursday. Come join us and catch some vibes. Spark one.
I'm not from around here, and I don't wanna go. With you I could settle down here, but you already know. Back up onto my bullshit. Got time I don't wanna waste. Think I've been losing myself, but I'm done trying to save face. I told me I couldn't get there. I told me is that a chance?
from here now? I don't know. Don't wanna go without you now. No, I'm glad that I found you. I'm glad that I found you. So where we going from here now? I don't know. And how we making our next move? I don't know. But I'm glad that it's with you. Yeah, I'm glad that it's with you. Yeah. Big legs, old eyes, think fast, slow dive, whole life, no fight, no lie. So I gotta make a few moves, go high def, gotta step on the path, no side quest. Everything I do with you feel timeless. Didn't think that I would ever find this. I step back, co-sign, think that, won't try, big facts, no lie, down bad. So I had to make a few changes. I've been reading through pages, looking back so painless, ain't it? Didn't think that I would ever make it, I just needed to say, there ain't no other way. And at the end of the day, it's you and it's me. I just needed to say, there ain't no other way. And at the end of the day, it's you and it's me. Here now, I don't know. Don't wanna go without you now. No, I'm glad that I found you. I'm glad that I found you. So where we going from here now? I don't know. And how we making our next move? I don't know. But I'm glad that it's with you. Yeah, I'm glad that it's with you.
Away from you, tearing it up. We're back with Check Banchero. For the music that's being played from that playlist as well is directly from the Sonar Muse platform. The artists get paid out in real time. So, guys, let's get back into it with our guest, Check Banchero. We're back with vibes. That was an awesome vibe there. I like the acoustics there. I like the everything. That was like really dope. Especially the hook. It's really catchy, and you can't get away from that. So definitely. So we have to talk about the packaging. So you mentioned that Check Please is designed visually as a collectible piece of art. In the streaming age, cover art often gets overlooked. So tell us about the intention behind the visual identity of this album. What are what are we looking at when we press play?
Yeah, so I think the way that I'm doing it, or whatever, the thing that's setting this one apart from most releases I'm seeing is that it's not necessarily the cover art, but kind of tapping into the digital unlockable content that could come with it. So it's almost got to a point where the album isn't even the main focus of driving sales. The people that want the music will eventually just get the music if they have to, or if not, be fully prepared to just try to do the social media thing if you have to. Obviously, we want to get as much direct to consumer as we can, but what do you do for somebody that is a fan of Check, but maybe they're not really like a fan of the rock thing, but they want to keep supporting me like through this era? That's where we start getting into the extras that come with the album. Like, so it's broke down into standard edition, deluxe edition, and collector's edition. Our standard edition, that's just if you want to buy the music. I'm gonna throw in a couple of alternative, pieces of cover art, a couple of lyric pages, like some different unique things. I don't want to like give it all away. I want some of it to be a surprise, but there's a couple of files will come with that standard edition, and that's just like for the fan that's a little bit deeper than I listen to you on YouTube Music sometimes. These guys have followed me across two, three, four social platforms. They see I'm into the Web3 thing or crypto, and they wanna take it one step farther. Now that deluxe edition is gonna be for the people that really connect with the album. They want to know the whole backstory. I break it down testimonial style in some of these unlockable files. There's alternate verses, because some of the first, second, third takes were completely different songs and they ended up being other things. So, I want to be able to show y'all that there was a different hook on Away From You. You know what I mean? And there was a different there was a feature on Moonwalk that ended up backing out at the last second. And, just certain things, you know what I mean, where you would never know. You'd be like, oh wow, like who were you about to have on this with you? You know what I mean? And then it leads into whole other stories, you gotta think of like you got to have enough to tell. In a world where this does work, there needs to be enough for a documentary. You know what I mean? So I made like a documentary amount of content to attach into this, behind the scenes videos of recording it, and then just anything else you could think of. Plus, the merchant rollout is really a way that I figured that I could sell the album without selling the album. So there's certain hoodie and t-shirt designs for each song or moment that's encapsulated. So if somebody wanted to spend $20, instead of just giving them the album, we can now give them a shirt, the album, and then all these extra art files that like I already made. You know what I mean? So there's nothing stopping me. I mean, the time costs money, but the way I look at it is, I'm trying to give the fan like $40 worth of content for their 15. You know what I mean? And how can I do that using the tech and everything I know how to do? Sorry to be long-winded on it, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. It's way more than just the music this time.
Yeah, I can tell you're passionate, and yeah, it's I guess that's how the Web3 space is, and that's is something that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the Web3 space. It's all about community and incentivizing people to be more engaged in it, because that's part of the music scene. It's more about like being a brand, a walking brand, a walking business, rather than just being a musician and just releasing music, which allows me to pivot into the business side of things, because you move differently. You made a conscious decision to release some of the music on Sonar Muse. So you being in the game through the different eras of music as well. So what did Sonar Muse offer you that traditional platforms didn't, and why make Sonar Muse somewhat like a home base for the web in some, in some sense?
Yeah, I definitely would consider Sonar Muse to be the number one platform that I think of immediately when I go to upload a project. For a couple of boxes right off rip that Sonar checks that almost nobody else does is just flat out the ability to upload a full project and not just singles. So, when we talked on the back end years ago, it was like critical for me. Like, I don't want to drop 8 songs and just say that they're all one album. I want to drop one file. So Sonar provides that. the instant payouts are just absolutely amazing. It's not only is it awesome to see the money go over every time, but it's also awesome to know that like at that moment of that day when that little notification pops up that he's listening to my song or it, not that I necessarily know who it is, but that somebody's bumping that. So like on a day where I wake up and I'm like, oh man, like, I don't even feel like making anything today, or I got to re-record this and I don't feel like it. But then it's like sign-ins from Sonar Muse, sign-in from Sonar Muse, and then like I go on Twitter and I see the Wake and Blake playlist up there, and I'm like, okay, like we made it another week. We made it one more week on there. All right, let's keep it pushing, man. So, um, just it makes you a little bit more connected with your XRP fam when when they're streaming that thing, or just in general if the song is being received well. The payouts, the ability to upload the project. You guys had the gifts and the music videos being able to be attached long before any other platform was really messing with those things. Um, and then long term, my vision with Sonar Muse and what it's gonna become after, which isn't necessarily just a a list of things that like have been teased or talked about, but also understanding that as years go by and people really get a hold of how to use this tech, that um, you know what I mean, what you guys may be able to come up with that could even further like revolutionize what's going on out here. As far as, maybe being able to distribute across things or, not to speculate too much, but, just some of the possibilities when it comes to paywall content and certain things like, I definitely want to be with a platform like Sonar Muse that was backed by the people that they were backed by, and were able to get done what they got done already, against all odds. Here we are. So big shout out to Sonar, man.
Um, yeah, you said a lot, and I agree that there are platforms out there that provide or similar needs, but it all comes down to the artist. They feel 2025. Let me just get into the music side now. In 2025 we dropped free agent as a free music release. So in Web3, we usually talk about scarcity and tokenizing everything. So what was the strategy behind giving the music away for free in a tokenized world? Did that help build community you have now? Did it actually make the community, see your potential and support you more than they have?
Yeah, for sure. The idea of dropping it for free was definitely counterculture. In Web3, like I was saying earlier, the pendulum swings back and forth from how cooperative you should be with some of this Web 2 stuff and streaming music, and they just the overall belief is that our art is worth more, right? So why would you give it away for free when, like you said, I could have put one XRP and just as many people probably would have bought it. I probably could have put 10, and then a couple people that wouldn't even have looked at it for one would have said, "Huh, why is this 10?" And they might have bought it. You know what I mean? So there's different things with like the mindset of like how you price your project or your song or your art piece. But one thing like everyone just assumes that it's like you dropped it for free, but like it's free or there's a name your own price option. So you actually betting on yourself. I'm gonna let these people hear it. They could download the digital for free and then they could go, damn, I really wanna see what this guy could do. if he had this or that, and then it gets into a whole other thing where like the intentions of what you're gonna do with the money when it comes, you know. So when I get in when I'm rolling out the next album, I'm trying to raise money. So it's let's put out Free Agent. Let's see if people want to donate to up the production of the next project. So, we were able to raise some money, upgrade equipment, and then just, during the time of that, just also get better and progress as an artist and da da da. And then the next project ends up being phenomenal. And you make, that one ain't free. The one that was funding it was free, you know what I mean? Or free, we'll call it. But it's interesting to see when you put something for zero, like people will give you 5 or 10. You know what I mean? But when you put it for 5 or 10, they might not get it. You know what I mean? They'll be like, oh, here he goes again, selling another NFT. So you got to be intentional with your drop. That's why, like, even though I do drop a good, decent amount compared to a lot of people, it's like a project. So to me, it's one upload. Like, just because I put 6 songs in Free Agent, it's just one NFT for me. So I can promote those 6 songs separately, but all under the Free Agent umbrella. It just helps with promo, being able to, put the free in there. But yeah, it was definitely different. It was definitely different. People kind of laughed at it when they were like, "What are you doing?" But they didn't see that the name your own price part, and they don't know what comes in on the back end. They don't see a transaction or a music download or this or that the way that we do when our wallets are connected, which is awesome with Sonar. So but people laughed at Reality Check too, because that was 1 or 2 XRP when XRP was like 20 cents. You know what I mean? But like, guess who ain't laughing no more though? You know what I mean? Like, guess who's not laughing? Like, you end
Yeah.
up making a lot. You just gotta park the money there and let it grow. So now when I'm doing I'm pushing the standard edition of Check Please right now, but the intention of that money is to take all of it and promote the deluxe edition of the album. So, there's a cool trade-off where, the money that you get off that first round of NFT sales can like really potentially lead to like an ad campaign on like a TikTok or a YouTube or somewhere and really get it out in front of like 50, 100,000, 200,000 people, for, under under a comma. It just all depends on like what you're gonna do with it. But yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to go too far.
Nah. I do get what you're saying, and you had some great points when it comes to releasing musically that a lot of people don't understand. Because you could use it as a tester to see who is dedicated and what the people like. You can use it as that too, and it can be a point of reference for you as an artist. Hey, if I do give it up, people are willing to pay this much, even if it is, because the price is not the important thing. It's about trying to get the engagement to see who is actually there. Especially in the Web3 space, because Web3 is all about community, and incentivizing and providing such things is not really common in the Web3 space, because a lot of people are chasing money. A lot of artists are chasing money. They want to make money before they create content and incentivize the community. But if you incentivize or provide it first, you'll start to see that they just start supporting you and paying for your music. Because Free Agent, I think, should be one thing that introduces you. It should be an introduction basically to people who are joining the Web3 space and are wanting to support artists or see what Check has in store, and just giving them that freebie, even if they're not going to pay the XRP, but they just want to listen to what you have and have something of yours. That could be the starting point, and then from there they can now see, oh, this reality check. There is, no spring chicken. There is, loaded dice that I can buy and support now because I've heard something for free, and he just gave out something for free just so that I can hear what he has in store. So I think that should be like a blueprint that a lot of artists in the web space should try out. Because the name your price option is something that is not there on most platforms. It, I don't think they understand that, allowing the fans to pay whatever they have or whatever they think that your value is at the time for your music is important, because now you will know your worth and what they think of your music at the same time. So it's an important aspect when it comes to that. And then I think though the Web3 space is slowly going to evolve into a place where people will start to see it as it is important. It definitely is important to get to a point where we see a value that makes sense about it. But I do have a question though. What do you think? What do you think of tokenizing your music in terms of if you provide free agent for free, right? And then you create like royalty tokens for them, even though it is free. Just have royalty tokens where they can invest in your song and earn from the royalties, the micropayments that you earn, because you're still getting paid either way in some way, as even if it is for free for sale. But on the streaming side, they are still giving you micropayments. That's the beauty of it for you, as an artist in the Sonar Muse platform, because there's those two sides of things. There's a streaming side of things, so you are still getting paid for creating, even though it is a free project, and that's the beautiful beauty of it. But when it comes to your releases, have you ever considered tokenizing them, not just as NFT for music listening purposes, but for your fans to actually invest in your music and incentivizing them to push you even more because they know they're gonna earn from it?
Yeah, definitely. I would say within a couple of projects, I definitely want to nail down the game plan for it. I would say probably this year will probably be my first experimenting with it. I've even thought about some more radical ideas, like as far as when it comes to selling shares of masters and things like that, where because there is a certain amount where like it could help me upgrade so much that it might lead to a crazy jump in or a leap in trajectory. So when I think of tokenizing an album or selling the masters, the part of a catalog, or selling an entire catalog, because you don't know what your record deal might look like one day. So they a record label might see artist A and say, "Oh yeah, we want to sign you. Here's your advance, and here's how many albums, and here's how many years. And you either take it or you don't." But sometimes they see you and they go like, "We really like the music you make, but we want somebody else to sing it. So like, how much to just buy your songs?" Things like that have been, kind of coming up onto my mind lately when it comes to music in general, because there is more that you could be than just the actual performer. You could sell reference tracks, or you could songwrite, or um, you know, I could pivot into a lot of different things. So tokenizing myself as an artist is definitely something I'm super interested in. I know you guys do the Regium shares and everything like that. It's just a little daunting to dive into when you were a rookie. So like now that I got I think got at least 5 or 6 projects on Sonar now. So like I'm super comfortable with like every other part of the platform. It's time to get my feet wet, you know? And I would love to do it. I'm looking forward to doing it with specifically some of the early holders of those first Sonar projects, those first people that were buying No Spring Chicken and $1 Million Plot and some of those reality check, etc. I want to be able to give back to them, even if they don't buy a share. I want to be able to utilize the splits and give them a nice surprise. They're gonna say, "What the heck is this? Why am I getting free XRP?" You know. But you could do that with a lot. You could do it. With people say you use one of their images on your cover art or something. You could give them a share of your album, or there's other it's how we do the splits with producers and artists. So let's involve the fans too.
Definitely, and I agree with that. So the Regium is for those who can't really credit on the song itself on the platform. It's just for a way to give, like you said, maybe give them a share of that so that they can still earn from it. Because everybody needs to get a slice of the pie at the end of the day, because everybody is part of the music process and creating the music. So it is beautiful to definitely have such features and seeing artists utilize it. So I do look forward to actually, you know, experiencing more of Check's music and investing and getting incentivized for, listening to or having people listening to the song of yours, and they are, somewhat uh, paying for, you know, my share, of the song. And I think you mentioned something about the, the streaming side of things. You mentioned something about payments, and Sonar Muse does have this new feature where now it's called pay as you go, where now a a listener doesn't have to pay the $5 subscription to the platform. Now they can just pay as little as $1 or whatever they can, but then as little as $1 to actually stream on the platform. So even if they have $1 on, to pay for the month, those micro payments will still be going to you. And that's something you mentioned about, like the price of XRP. That was it. When you said you sold your album for 1 XRP or whatever prices you put on at the time, and XRP was at 20 cents. That's the beauty of what I think with the micro payments, that a lot of people are missing out on the fact that these micro payments do add up to something. They may be small, but they do add up and they make you money at the end of the day. Those small drops, those small XRP drops do make a lot, especially when the price starts to go. When the price is lower, the micro payments are more. It basically is more, because the equivalent based on the conversion to USD has to be a certain price. So when it happens like that, it's amazing to see that, hey, we were getting these these drops. And when the price goes up, you see it's worth a lot more. So whenever artists are, they actually don't feel like they have been earning much because the price is low, or they see small micro payments. Who knows? Next thing XRP goes to $10. That micro payments of, if you have 0.1 XRP micro payments or 0.5, that's quite a lot from just having nothing, or having just so little from the beginning. So yeah, it really is important. So you know, we talk a lot on this show, about the artist wallet. Between Matter of Time, which was produced by Kid Venom, and now Check Please, has the Web3 model changed how you fund your production, or how you view the business of being Check Banchero?
Definitely. When I first got convinced to try Web3 music, it was more of a there's people out here that'll buy your music. So everything was just trying to uh, you know, target sales, which led to, going blockchain to blockchain and community to community, you know, which was a good thing because it built like some of the base I have now. But then I started looking at it as not as much trying to find the people that would buy it, or I was like, okay, I already got some people that would buy it. Like now, let me start finding some people that want to do it with me. So whether it was producers or artists, I wanted to find people that were like cool with releasing it on Web3 and already had wallets and, were down to do like 50/50s or whatever the splits ended up being. And, from there now into Check Please, I'm kind of using Web3 as like crowdfunding, so it's like if you guys want to see this project get taken like the entire way to the end zone, like, it's gonna take X amount of dollars, and like let's be transparent like on the blockchain about like where the money went and what it got used for, and like how you guys could really be the engine that boosts the artist in the real world, because sometimes when you post something and all your friends hop on there and they like it right away and they comment right away and they retweet it right away, it just goes crazy. You know what I mean? Because it hits their friends and their friends' friends, and next thing you know, you're going viral. So the whole goal is to try to get some of the base community that we've earned in Web3, like through all this time and all this music being released to them, now like help us show this music to the regular world, you know what I mean? And hopefully along the way, as they, become a fan of Check or a fan of whatever artist, they'll look a little deeper and they'll say, oh shoot, like you got an NFT too? Like I heard about that Tory Lanez rap NFT. Let me see what this like I didn't know people were still doing that. Like there's people that don't really understand it, because it gets marketed the wrong way, it's not always cool just because it's on the blockchain. Like sometimes it's just cool because like it's your song and you made all this artwork, and when you download it, you get all this other stuff and you get a discount at my merch store, and if I'm ever in your city performing, you can come backstage, and then they just take that bet, like, oh hey, I think he might actually be able to do it. Like let's be a part of the journey. So like eventually some of these early Web3 supporters that like really pushed me and like became like real friends, like, exchange phone numbers and stuff. And I ain't know them from a can of paint. They just really like my music and we started talking, and next thing you know, like we're cool now. But those would be the people that, if I do go on like a small run the shows for this album, which is the plan. If I hit all my goals for sales, like that's the end goal. But it'll be those people that get invited to join the team. Like, you know what I mean? It's gonna be somebody like Duckset or like Wolt or Cloudy, Wherefore Art Thou Romeo, some of these core dudes that have been with me since the very beginning. That would I'd be like, hey, dude, like, do you want to be the manager? Like, do you want to take care of the travel stuff? Like, do you want to, you want to open for me? Like, that's how I'm looking at Web3 now. Is like us against the world, but we got to help each other, like out there, like shields and swords. You know what I mean?
Definitely, yeah. And that's a good way to see it as a vehicle to get to the next level. And yeah, crowdfunding. So I wish you all the best with that. And yeah, I look forward to hearing more of this album. So you said you released the album. Just I think it's just a regular, right? So what 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 would be next? What would the next 12 months look like for Check Banchero? Are we touring Check Please, or are we diving back into the lab since the brand is getting solidified?
We're definitely going full rollout on Check Please for most of the year, but I do have drops scheduled. We've got No Spring Chicken I've committed to, No Spring Chicken 2, sorry. So that will be coming to Sonar for the Web3 fam. That'll be a Quacklemore drop, so it's a little separate, but it's me. So and then I also committed to Flight Risk 2 for October, November. So I've got those two Web3 projects coming out. They'll both be produced by Duckset. Um, Me and Wherefore Art Thou Romeo have kind of became a rapper duo slash producer duo. Like, we both make beats, we both rap, we both make rock music, we were working on a country CD. We got all kinds of things going on. But we're trying to figure out how to package up that dual threat, um, and kind of roll that out in a way where it doesn't take away from other projects. That's the thing, is like, you want to put the stuff out, but you don't want it to interfere with like your other campaign. So it becomes like kind of challenging when you look at 12 months and you got five things you want to release. But we don't try to roll them out, or maybe they all don't get like the full promo, but they gonna get something. you know. That's the goal though for the next 12, is just the two Web3 tapes. I do have some shows down here in Florida planned for Check Please, a couple local spots. So that'll be cool down here in Central Florida. If anybody's here, pull up. And then we're gonna try to get into some of these crypto events this year with the Ducks. Specifically looking to do some of the Florida events first. So I mean, not first because like Art Basel and things like that are at the end of the year, but we're definitely trying to get down there. It's a little easier for us because we're in the southeast, but some of those the New York events, and there's a big XRP one that they did in Vegas last year. I don't know, is it in Vegas every year? Because we
Yeah,
were
it's
talking.
gonna be Las Vegas. Yeah, it's
Yeah, we were
definitely.
talking to some of those guys, man, and they said they might be able to get us up there. So I bet you if we all roll in there together, man, they ain't gonna be able to say no. So maybe that's what it takes, is just a bigger collaboration network.
That would be awesome. Actually, be awesome to see Check live in the flesh, hear more of his music in person. Um, Before we let you go, final vibe check. if you could go back, to the no spring chicken days, and give yourself one piece of advice about, the music industry, what would it be?
I'll say just to be like very intentional with like how you say things and what you want out of like working with that person. You know what I mean? A lot of times, if you're if if you give off the vibe that you're not taking it serious, then they're not going to take it serious, or you know what I mean. Things will get misunderstood, and just because we're not multi-million-dollar artists don't mean that people don't think that they're getting burned sometimes, or putting in a bigger percentage of the work than they were supposed to, or whatever. So it would just be to be very, very upfront about what you expect from them, because just creating the music is actually the easy part. The hard part is like all of this stuff. So, rather than be disappointed when you do a project or something with somebody and they don't promote it as hard as you do, or they don't, um, seem to like want to go back in and redo it, get it right. It's, if you would have told them in the beginning how much you wanted from it, they probably wouldn't have did it because, if they didn't want to work that hard on it, they might just be thinking that you just having fun. But yeah, just be very intentional and then also understand that like everything comes full circle. You know what I mean? So just business relationships and how you handle stuff. You know what I mean? Just move tactfully out here, man, because you don't want to burn any of them.
And Check. Thank you for coming through and sharing your journey. Everyone, go check out Check, please. When it comes out, when it drops. When can we expect it on the Sonar Muse platform?
Let's see, probably within a day or two, you'll see the upcoming. You know how it'll say coming soon down there. You'll see it in there for pre-order, and
Awesome.
then we'll try to have it ready either the day before or the day after my next Wave Wars battle. So that's coming up on Sunday. So yeah, just any day now it's gonna drop. A lot of it is just finalizing a couple of the file uploads. That's about it. That's people don't talk about how tedious of a process it is to upload sometimes. Like even just on something like traditional like DistroKid, putting it into Spotify and Apple Music and linking all the profiles and all that is just ugh. And then in Web3, you got that one guy that did that one feature with you, and it's like, what's your wallet? So you might be waiting on something like that, and then they don't got a wallet, and then la la la, la, here you go. So doing the circle with some of that, but luckily all these people I've already collaborated with, so I didn't have to really jump through none of that. But just add in all the extra digital content, just trying to maximize, what the platform can hold and everything like that. But yeah, definitely coming soon. Check, please.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Shout out to Check Banchero for this dope episode. We're gonna play another exclusive from his album, and this one is called Cheers. So, would you like to explain this one before we get into the final music break and end the show? Let us know what Cheers is about.
Yeah, so Away From You, the first one we heard was um, a little more acousticy, a little more of a vibe in the background kind of tune. This one's kind of up in your face. A little bit of detail in there about the stuff that I was dealing with, and it's got a little bit more of that that screw you punk pop, early 2000s energy, man. So definitely stream or take it to the next level. Purchase on Sonar or some of these other platforms. But always remember, if they try to bury you, man, tell them cheers.
So where can people find you? What is your socials? Where can people get a hold of Check Banchero?
Yep. So everything is just at Check Banchero. It gets a little weird from there. You know what I mean? But you can start at just at Check Banchero, you know what I mean? Banchero. Usually by the time you get halfway through typing it, it'll fill in. Just because there ain't a whole lot of there ain't a whole lot of check out there. But yeah, I mean, I'm real active on X, TikTok, and Instagram are probably my main ones. Facebook, working on it. YouTube. Well, yeah, I guess I'm on all the YouTube and Apple Music and Spotify and all that good stuff. But even just more than looking for the music, just to tap in other creators, fans that want to be a part of like the creative process. Very accessible through X and those and TikTok, like I was saying, and then like Discord, things like that. I love to like record live. It'll be me and three or four people in there while I'm recording, and it just becomes like a virtual studio session. So definitely inviting anybody to tap in with me on the socials, and let's see what we could do.
Awesome. That was Check Banchero, the Wake and Bake Vibes 198. We're on. This is Cheers by Check Banchero, an exclusive from his upcoming album, Check Please. So check it out. Enjoy the vibes. I'm your host, Killer Strata, aka Kamikaze Monster. This was a dope episode, and shout out to everybody tuning in on their respective platforms. We will see you next week for another weekly dose of the Wake and Bake Vibes. Keep flowing, keep zoning, keep catching them vibes, and find your tribe. We're out. Let's get it.
This is a Wake and Bake Vibe exclusive.
Excuse me, when you have a chance, check please.
Makes it worse. Look at me try cash out in reverse. Hope you think this still what makes my head hurt. If love's a game, I can't beat it. I bleed just to prove I mean it. If you hate me, baby, just scream it like I used to do for no reason. At first I dove off the deep end. How you feeling lately? Check like a reject. Won't let me ride shiny IEJ. You ain't even clean my blood off the sea. We go from being held drunk, singing songs that we both like, to a crackhead 911 ride. She said there'll never be a next time. I said you'll end up dead if I catch you with the next guy. Cheers to the tears that you thought I'd drown in. Here's a middle finger for when you tried to bury me. Cheers to the years that you claim got wasted. I put our pictures in a pile and set fire to our memories. I went up in smoke with no magic. I'm a bastard planning bad habits. I'm a bat out of hell in bad traffic. If you know me well, I wreak havoc. You can only say what's worth saving. You dug the grave I just laid in. If love's a drug, I'm done craving. And if I'm a monster, you made them. My own reflection still hates me. I'm like a loaded gun with no safety. The voices in my head betrayed me. Highway to hell, who wanna race me? Being half drunk, singing songs that we both like. To a crackhead 911 ride. She said there'll never be a next time. I said you'll end up dead if I catch you with the next guy. Cheers to the tears that you thought I'd drown in. Here's a middle finger for when you tried to bury me, bury me. Cheers to the years that you claim got wasted. I put our pictures in a pile and set fire to our memories.
Good enough to, you look so sweet.
I've been going hard, yeah, bro, we fucking making it. All these vampires, man, bitch, I've been staking it. All this fucking dough, man, we gon' keep baking it. All this western shit, man, God, we gon' break them in. Bring your sacrifices to the altar, you can't make it in. Come with humility, we gon' make that righteous spin. Might have a thought who corrupted, now they call it sin. It's kingdom never end, learn to swim without a fin. All these memories, yeah, excite the best part of me. One day you will see. Do you have that's clean? Some say we do it for greed. I like to think we're planting a seed. I wanna plant your tree out here to fulfill the prophecies, the outer appearance. It never meant a thing. Then God looking at our hearts always makes me wanna sing and see. That's a thing. Do you need to decide? Do you want a ring on a tree or do you want a Saturn ring? She been going hard, yeah, since we fucking making it. All these green leaves, queen sis started raking it. All the chill potty girl, we gon' keep taking it. All the big pillars, what a damn keep breaking it. Mattea kingdom build. The guy has said it is a servant of the people, fortified and share the spread. The power of his might, we don't really need lead. Keep these rise from the creek, you never say we dead. All memories, yeah, except the best parts of me. One day you will see. Do you have shit that thing? Some say we do it for greed. I like to think we're planting a seed. I wanna put your feet out here to fulfill the prophecy, the outer appearance. It never thing. Then God looking at our always make me want to think and see. It's a thing you need to decide. Me, you wanna ring on a tree, or do you want a Saturn ring? All these memories, yeah, excite the best parts of me. One day you will see. Do you have all the things? Some say we do it for greed. I like to think we're planting a seed. I wanna plant your tree out here to fulfill the prophecies, the outer appearance. It never really meant a thing. Then God looking at our hearts always makes me wanna sing and see. That's a thing. Do you need to decide? You want a ring on a tree or do you want a Saturn ring? He been going hard, yeah, bro, we fucking making it. All the promises, King Bro started taking it. All the raid legion, don't you try to relate it in. What a damn man, yeah, we gonna keep breaking it. See us out here, yeah, sis, Simon Toko and read the damn words and we started to write it in. Call me abomination, do it for Mattea Nation. England to the Haitians, most outside, heart is racing. All these memories, yeah, excite the best parts of me. One day you will see. Do you have chickens clean? Some say we do it for greed. I like to think we plant a seed. I wanna plant your tree out here to fulfill the prophecies, the outer appearance. It never really meant a thing. Then God looking at our hearts always makes me wanna sing and see. That's a thing. Do you need to decide? B, you want a ring on a tree or do you want a Saturn ring? All these memories, yeah, excite the best parts of me. One day you will see. Do you have cigarettes clean? Some say we do it for greed. I like to think we're planting a seed. I wanna plant a tree out here to fulfill the prophecies, outer appearance. It never really meant a thing. Then God looking at our hearts always makes me wanna sing and see. That's a thing. Do you need to decide? B, you want a ring on a tree or do you want a Saturn ring?
Neighbors always bitching, they knocking at my door. Then I turn that music down, I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about how they can't hear they fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door. We got neighbors always bitching, they knocking at my door. Then I turn that music down, I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about how they can't hear they fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door. Cooking up this heat, I got some fire ass beats. Face knocking, feel the rumble right under your cheeks. This the fifth time neighbors done bitch this week. Oh shit, here come the police. Put the weed out and shut your fucking mouth. You don't know what the fuck these neighbors talking about. Actually, we just got back from eating out. It's true. My neighbors violating, quite frankly, I'm out of patience. I'm sick of these neighbors and they constant hating. It's Saturday night, so what a nigga feeling hype. Got paid yesterday, so you know my money right. This is officer. Let me pull you to the side and talk to you. You already see something wrong with bruh. But imagine this on a daily basis. I hate this. I play her this hits. He said, yeah, that's it. Y'all niggas gon' settle with. Neighbors always bitching. They knocking at my door. And I turn that music down. I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about how they can't hear the fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door. We got neighbors always bitching. They knocking at my door. And I turn that music down. I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about how they can't hear they fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door.
Okay, the neighbors think I'm selling dope despite what they've been sold for. Ask me what I'm doing, I tell them reach out and touch your nose. Cut them, shut the deuces, then I ghost them. I'm pursuing all my dreams and my goals. Everything in between. Web 2 money ain't a damn thing. Ran the hamster wheel, dream so long, damn near pulled a hamstring. Hope you understand me. Neighbors wonder how can he be too legit to quit that gangster life was hellbound. Feeling me now. Guess I'm something you can smell now. Pot called the kettle black. I'm black AF and all of that. Eventually they come around like cul-de-sacs, no holding back. Grilling out, they wanna play fake, so they gotta hate. Peace is my state of mind. Doing me is what you'll find. And living my life ain't never been a crime. Peace is my state of mind. Doing me is what you'll find. And living my life ain't never been a crime.
Neighbors always bitching. They knocking at my door. Now I turn that music down. I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about they can't hear they fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door. We got neighbors always bitching. They knocking at my door. Now I turn that music down. I'm not gonna tell you no more. Complaining about how they can't hear they fucking show. Next time we have police knocking at your door.
You are now listening to Wake and Bake Vibez.
Can't control your hoes, then get online. Got my Latina shit swollen and fire flame. These niggas are so they sold and they lost their brain. Every time you drive with my ring rights. Never mind, baby girl, play nice. About 20 years ago, my old man let it came to my mom's like goddamn. Take it back on my roots when it was cool to do the shit. If you hit it with a yap, I'm gonna top it with the Latin. It's too many queens to put your paws on, little scrappy. I understand the struggle, step away, make yourself happy. My cousin Lamo Nasty got caught up, they did him nasty. Scroll down my Tumblr with the bumble. Got some pink holding these big latsies. Looking like the deal said Taliban. They go hand in hand, pat pow. It's called symbolism, dog, right now. If you don't look into that and calm down, then your ass is about to stand trial. They don't wanna see good, I begin no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips, that's ain't no more. From the back to the back, try some more. They don't wanna see good, I begin no more. Cause they deep as hell with latsies at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips, that's ain't no more. The band up to the better trap. Lobby gang. Can't control your hoes, then get out my lane. Got my Lati, that shit is smooth in the fire flame. These niggas are so distorted, and they lost their brain.
Yeah. You ain't a man if you putting hands on a woman. If it's part of nature, you don't see how the animals do it. There's no reason you should do such. If you do, then you're a woman yourself. You should hold the clutch, but she not be here. She's female and the time is here. Stand alone, don't you get step it up in gear. Intimidated by a woman that got you in fear. Lobby gang might just pull up to your spot. We're all about to smoke, show me what you got. You back over, all women are gods. They created us, so tell me what are you odds. Man got strength, but woman that got your power. Where do you wanna go? Just follow the road. Got no rage, I can't taint my soul. Choosing the woman to better than I cold. Can't stand around the homie, you are a troll. Tongue sharp in the sword. Make the wrong move and you can't pull the cord. You can't control your emotions, step out the door. Can't control your woman, then step out the door. It's better for your conscience, I'm just being honest. Raising your hand shows how much you're a coward. Raising your hand shows that you're overpowered. It ain't dope like white powder. Be the bigger person and not sour. Tell me, would you be happy about it during your final hours? Lobby gang coming through with the manpower. Lobby gang taking over like Eisenhower. Lobby gang say it loud.
They don't wanna see Lobby gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Lati at your door. Look like I'm running the dips, that's ain't a war. From the better to the better, try some more. They don't wanna see Lobby gang no more. Cause they deep as hell with Lati's at your door. Look like Cameron in the dips, that's ain't a war. From the bando to the better, trap.
I've had enough. It ends here.